He's, I don't know. Did I show y'all guys this shit about Latino for Trump? Black Knight, he was like, Latino for Trump is bad, is wicked.
Oh, no, you seen that shit?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was hilarious.
I want to talk to Deacon Dave here, so I don't want to have to put you down. Deacon Dave, you're on with the most racist, most vitriolic man on YouTube. I am that nigga. I wear my crown. And I know later on this evening, you're gonna be later on this afternoon, you go there, Stanley boy, you got to go through a struggle session.
Yeah, you know y'all used to be on the same channel, but
we all did. I hate that. I hate that it had to go.
Family over here.
Snake. Don't open up. All right, Snake. Dave, do what I want to ask you.
What's up?
How did you feel hearing a man give you a struggle session over 6 measly super chat dollars?
I was shocked at first. I didn't know where he was going with it. I don't know. Me and Stanley, we got a little history back and forth.
Let me explain something to you, Dave. I'm going to draw a parallel for you, right? And it happened just the other day, and I played it here on the stream. JP, I don't know if you're watching here when I talked about this, but JP did a stream, and I'll see if I can find the title. But he was like, basically, I'm going in a new direction. JP. And he said, man, I got a lot of people in the chat that, let me see, let me pull up the title.
Did you hear? Yeah, I was actually talking, he was commenting on my chat when I said, wow, like, these people, you got more frenemies, people that come here just to insult you. Like, and he's like, you know what? That does look crazy, doesn't it? My mods are like setting the tone. They're going to be incredible. Is that what you're talking about? It's like, yeah, you got to get rid of these people.
Yeah. JP was saying, listen, JP was saying, and I want to get back to Deacon Dave with this. JP was saying, man, I got people in my chat that I don't mind you hating on me. You call me John, whatever. But he said, I got people calling me drug addict. And he said, the problem is I'm not on drugs. And the people that, and apparently he has people that want to help him, elevate his platform. And he was like, and he said, there could be other people in my audience that want to help me. But you out here calling me a drug addict. And now these people are listening to you calling me a drug addict in my chat. And he's saying, they're saying, why would I help a drug addict? Right? Why would I do that? And he's saying, from this day forward, we're not doing that anymore. You're not going to come in my chat. Here is the stream. It's called Setting Your Record Straight. I'm not going to play it anymore if I've already played it. Listen. Maybe I'll play a little bit of it. I'll play a little bit. So this is JP. He's setting the record straight. That's the title of the stream.
If you want to be a part of this channel, and just like I tell all my mods, don't block people unless they saying some stuff that could destroy the channel. Or trying to hurt the channel. That is one of them. Putting these false claims. You never see me do no crack. You never see nobody up there saying that on abuse crack or great women or even abuse women. I had an unfortunate situation that I was lied on. So moving forward, I don't have no convictions on beating up on nobody, no smoking crack, or none of this other stuff. None of that stuff will be tolerated in my chat.
And it's JP, and he's saying that like people are coming in his chat saying he smoke crack. He ain't say I don't smoke no crack. And the people that would be inclined to support him don't want to support him. Then I listen to you on Stanley, he's beating your ass over $6. And he's beating your ass, and he ain't nothing but a drunk. He ain't gonna do nothing but go buy a reefer and beer with it. And I said, damn, I'm a fellow black man. He's anti-black. And he's tearing down another black man for supporting another black man for $6 motherfucking measly dollars, of which a third goes to YouTube. That shit blew my mind, Deacon Dave.
I think he'll take something small like that and try to beat me over the head about it. You know how Stanley focuses on one person.
Do you think he realizes how small that makes him look? It makes him look small to me. What do you think?
It would, but I think he was trying to give me shit more than anything.
Hey, John, can I ask you a question?
Not yet.
Can I ask you a question, John? John.
Yeah, I said not yet. Give me 1 minute, Snake. But do you think he would try to give you shit at the expense of making himself look small?
I don't even think he considered how it might have made him look. He just wanted to give me some shit.
So you think he didn't even consider how it made him look?
Nah, he likes to fuck with me. That's all that was about.
Let me ask you this.
John, can I ask you a question? John.
I'll let you know. Promise you. Don't ask me again. I'll let you know. I hate repetition. When you asked him about teamwork, were you a little hurt when he said what he said? I could hear the hurt in your voice.
Yeah, that part was a little disappointing. I think he was capping. He was trying to hold a position for some other reason.
Well, what part do you think was disappointing? What was disappointing about what he said?
Because I know that's not true. Everybody has to exhibit some type of teamwork at some point in their life. You know, I don't think it's possible to make it to adulthood when you got to go through kindergarten and gym class, and like that's not gonna be reused at some point in your life.
So why do you think he's holding on to such a negative trait that is, and putting that out into the ether, which would be bad? Clearly, you can't make it in corporate America. I've shown the job description. Why do you think a man of his, Renaissance man, as he likes to describe himself, would put forth such a negative trait?
That I don't understand, because he did say I'm studying to do some aspect of tech, and they emphasize how important being able to work in a team, and it doesn't matter what job you have. If you want to hold your position, you do got to have the ability to work in a team. So I don't know why he put his foot in the ground and said, no, I've always done my own thing. I was very confused when he said that, but
you were confused?
Yeah.
Now his son is in computer science.
Yeah, he's going to have to be able to work in a team.
Right. And here he is, likely may see his father talking about, I'm an apex predator. That's what he said, right? I'm an apex predator. I don't work in teams. I do my own thing. Right? That's what he said, right?
I think that's part of the bravado. It's almost like if you're going to come up to the panel, you're not. I don't know what. I couldn't wrap my mind around why he said that. Go ahead.
I got you. I understand. But that mindset, be it real or fake, is a bad mindset. Would you say that's fair?
It's definitely not good.
It's definitely not good. That mindset, if you extrapolate it out over a population or a race of people, would be very detrimental.
Damn, that's a deep thought. John,
why do I fucking have to? I told you I'll let you talk. I want to have this fucking conversation without your interruption.
Yeah, I would think it would be problematic.
That type of mindset would be destructive.
Now, I think that's what we see. I see. I could say that I see that. It is destructive, and that's what I see.
You move out and then you destroy.
Yep.
Let me ask you this question. He said he felt like Portia was his daughter. You heard that many times, correct?
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
I think he.
Yes or yes or no?
Sure. I believe that.
Okay. All right. That's good. I'm glad you say you believe that, because that gets me to my next point. You saw how that black man beat up my tenant. He was 50.
No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
Do you want me to play it?
Yeah, quickly if you got it.
I'm gonna play the whole clip here. I love this clip right here. Give me 1 minute.
While you're pulling that up, can I just make a comment?
No. Fuck all that. We're going from the top here. I got it right here. I want you to just listen to this whole thing, because I want to get to my daughter at some point, okay? You heard about my daughter, correct?
No, what about?
You didn't hear what he said about my daughter?
Oh yeah, I've heard it. I've seen the clip of you showing that she was cleaning.
And did you hear what he said about my daughter?
Shit like that.
He lost me, honestly, when he was complimenting his little girl on being able to clean a bathroom good. He's raising a girl who is going to do manual labor, apparently. But I don't know that I did that great a job. This motherfucker came home.
Man, wait. Yeah, all right, look. I tell Stanley the same thing.
When he was 5.
Listen.
This motherfucker would not clean up after himself.
Did you hear the last part of that? Well, he said he's criticizing my daughter for cleaning up, while he's saying my son wouldn't clean up. My son was filthy like he was 5 at 18. Is
that clip together?
Yeah, that's one clip.
There's that two different clips that you put back to back.
2 different clips. And so now I want to play this clip for you. This is kind of a montage here of a few clips. But before I play that, I want to play this. Damn, is it playing? Is it playing? Hold on. I'll play this first.
And I just listen. Let's be honest, y'all. John just saved my life because I didn't know what the fuck to do.
Because we would rather sit up here, point fingers. Like I appreciate Mr. John. See,
at least I'm telling you. Last week when I lost that Chinaman reservation, I had niggas in the audience laughing and giggling and kikiing and shit, thinking it was funny. And I said, nigga, I'll flood your whole neighborhood with undesirables, child molesters, rapists, pedophiles. Fuck with me if you fuck around and find out. Fuck around and find out, nigga. Johnny Boy over here nodding here like, y'all don't fuck with the wrong nigga, right? Because he'll do it.
John allowed me, even though we don't agree on politics, he allowed me to be there. And I think he, in all honesty, took a hit because I was not going to deal with echo chambers. I got a hit. So in a way, it's a win-win.
I'm gonna stop it right here. I'm gonna play the rest of it. How would it be a win-win if I took a hit?
Yeah, I question that.
Well, if you question it, work it out for me in your mind. What do you think he thought by saying that? He's an educated man. He said he loves to tell people how they're stupid. I know I'm putting you on the spot here. You can bow down if you want, because you're going to go up there. You're going to get an ass whooping a little bit later on today.
It's not that, John. I tell Stanley the same thing. I don't go on his panel to talk shit about you. I'm not over here to talk shit about
I'm not
Stanley.
talking shit about him, right?
No. I mean, I can give you...
rid of him.
This is not talking shit. I'm just asking you questions, right? Man, I'm not... the other day I was talking shit. Today I'm just asking you questions.
Well, we addressed it before. It was like a moving thing because it depends on when you ask that question to him.
Let's get to this win-win.
John, can I say one thing?
Who the fuck let you up? How could this be a win-win for him?
Yeah, that's what I was addressing.
Yeah,
Because the answer to that's changed. I think it depends on whatever mood he's in. Because before I could have swore I heard him say something to the effect that he got some kind of satisfaction out of pissing you off. But I could be confusing that with
okay. Let me ask you this question: is that a positive or a negative trait?
Of course, it's a negative trait. But
okay, let me ask you this question: if you extrapolated that trait out into Black America, what would be some of the outcomes of that?
You can't build nothing with that.
What else would happen if people are trying? If people are
infighting, stagnation.
Hold on. If people are deliberately provoking other people, what do you think will happen with that?
Mistrust. It turns into a shit show.
Would there not be a lot of murders, mayhem? If I go out here and really provoke people, what do you think will happen?
See a lot of fighting.
Okay. And Pierce, I just want to have this conversation, so I don't want any interruptions. And so, go on it goes. He said this was a win-win. That John's channel was hurt. I want you to listen to a little bit more. You're gonna have a struggle session later, but this is easy.
John's gonna do well is the worst kind of racist. He's worse than any white racist I've ever met.
Let me ask you this. Do you think I'm racist? Don't get in any trouble now. You don't have to answer.
Nah. He has his.
No, I'm asking you. I don't. Just yes or no. Do you think I'm racist?
No.
Okay. Do you think I'm the worst kind of racist? I guess the answer to that would be no. So let me ask you this question. If he thinks I'm the worst kind of racist, why do you think he stayed up here on the channel so long?
Had a platform. I guess he didn't know how to do it. Create his own.
Okay.
At the time.
Wait a minute, hold on. So you say he didn't know how to do it? Okay. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Maybe he didn't know how to set up his own show.
I got you. Now, just the other day, he figured out how to re-platform my videos to avoid YouTube copyright, correct? And you say, oh, that's slick, Stanley. That's what you said.
You got to admit that was slick.
I ain't asked you if I got to admit it. I asked you if he figured out how to do it, correct? And you said yes. The answer would be yes. Correct?
Go ahead, John. Correct.
No, correct. So now, but at the same time, you're saying he probably couldn't figure out how to do StreamYard. Do you see how that doesn't reconcile?
Well, you're putting one in its chronological order.
Which one is more difficult than the other?
Honestly, I don't know because I don't do streaming.
Okay. Have you ever used StreamYard?
Except for getting on a panel, no.
Okay. The same way you create a stream and the same way you get on a panel with a few extra steps to tell it what your title and say go live. And then everything else is just features. I'm a software guy. So anyway, so I think we probably can assume that he could have figured out StreamYard, correct? I mean, at some point, he also said that he had a YouTube channel before me, correct? Correct. He did say that. And Stanley is not stupid, right?
Right.
So would it be fair to say that he could figure out StreamYard if he put his mind to it?
I believe he could.
Okay, so I'll come back and ask you the same question again. Why do you think he stayed so long on a stream with a virulent racist? George Wallace reincarnated. His
probably for accessing because it was free. He didn't have to pay for StreamYards, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, so you think it was just a money thing?
I mean, you guys had a relationship.
Okay, but now he's paying for StreamYard, so clearly it wasn't just money, correct?
Right.
Okay, so it wasn't money. Can we deduce? Can we take money off the list?
Sure.
Okay, because you wouldn't want to assume that Stanley was over here trying to save $15, right? He's a Navy man, right?
What the fuck? Yeah, all right. What's the point?
So I'm asking you, why do you think he was? You heard what he just said, that John is a virulent racist, correct?
Right.
But yet he continued to stream over here, correct?
Yeah, if you got access to it, sure.
Okay. So you're saying access?
Yeah.
How hard would it have been for him to get access on another channel? He already had a channel. He long had a channel. He's told you that. All he had to do is flip the switch, start streaming on his own channel, just like he did when I dropped him down. He was streaming the next day, so it wasn't that fucking hard. Anytime he wanted to go and stream on his own channel, he could have, correct? That's fair.
Yeah.
Is that fair? Okay, that's correct. Okay, so let's move on to this next part here.
You don't motherfucking take human beings and make a whole show about how they died and then fucking scrape them up and make another show. Despicable.
When did that nigga die? And I made that show. Just give me an January this year.
Was it around then?
I can't remember.
I don't either.
Okay, so you say it was January. Let's just go with January. Why do you think he didn't quit then? I'm going somewhere with this. I'm just asking you.
No, I get what you're saying. Like,
no, I'm asking you. Why do you think he didn't quit?
Are you just asking me yes or no questions?
Yeah. Why? No, that's not a yes or no.
That's not a yes or no question.
Yes or no. So I'm asking you, why do you think he didn't quit?
Do you want a response? Like,
yeah, go ahead.
Well, okay. He probably. I can't make an excuse for that, man. If it pissed him off that much, he should have quit the show back then.
All right, gotcha. Okay, let's keep going.
And quite frankly,
I guess they put together.
But Chica,
in 8 ways, John Galt, he is what he's one of my favorite personalities in the real world or internet also.
You probably heard a lot about the boy. True.
She's
I appreciate Mr. John. See,
let's be honest, y'all.
I got something else. Giggling and keep around. Well, he said, you know what did it for me? When I saw his daughter cleaning that bathroom, Lord, that did it. He said that did it. Do you think he was being honest about that?
Yeah, but that's something I got on him about being a male feminist.
Do you think he being honest? Yes or no? When he said he saw my daughter clean the bathroom.
No, I think he was fucking with you. Same way he was fucking with me about $6.
But when I just played that video, I'm not there. Right? I'm not there. He's talking to John Strives. I'm not there. He's not just fucking with me. He don't even know if I'm listening. He's speaking honestly to someone else, not me. And he said, what really got me was when he showed his daughter cleaning that bathroom. He said, man, I couldn't take it no more. Do you think he's being honest right there? Yes or no?
Nah, he's fucking with you.
Okay, but I wasn't there. So how was he fucking with me and I wasn't there?
You guys got a symbiotic relationship.
How does he, like, bro, listen, we do 11-hour streams up here.
I know. You got content.
Hold on.
But y'all like fucking with each other.
Hold on. The odds of me finding that clip slim to none. That was a long time ago when he said that. He wasn't talking to me. I was not on the panel. He was not fucking with me. He was being honest. He was talking to someone else. That's John Strives that he's talking to. Right? It's not me he's talking to. When he said, what got me when he showed his daughter, do you think he's being honest about that? Yes. You want to hear it again, just for clarity? Do you need to hear it again?
Nah.
Okay. Do you think he was being honest about that? Again, he wasn't fucking with me, right? So you don't think he was being honest. So why do you think he would lie to John Strives about something so benign and honestly is no big deal? Again, if he had said that to me, be one thing, but to say that out in the ether, not knowing that I would ever hear it, is a whole nother thing. Correct?
Sure.
Right. So why do you think he said that? Just out of curiosity.
It's the nitpicking. It's like find something to fuck with.
Okay.
When you talking shit, you find sometimes you find the smallest thing.
Okay, so you think he was just finding something to nitpick a teammate?
Was that when he was on your channel, or was that when he was on his own?
No, that was on the channel.
Well, it's definitely to nitpick or fuck with you. Well, you found the clip, so must have been effective.
And he also said, don't quote me that was on the channel. Either way it goes. I think it wasn't on the channel. I'm sorry. But he also said, I'm sorry, hold on. That wasn't on the channel. Let me correct it. He also said that people were telling him, close friends of his, to get off of John Galt's channel, but he stayed. Why do you think he stayed? Just because of the money to save a little StreamYard fees?
He stayed because he has access to your audience. Hey, excuse me, I'm running.
Okay, so he stayed
if I sound like that, it's because I'm running.
So he stayed for selfish reasons. That's what you're saying, in your opinion, for selfish reasons.
You can define it as selfish, but he did have access to an audience.
Okay, but he didn't want to be there, but he stayed for the access. He didn't want to be there.
So it was like a Stockholm syndrome. Is that what you're saying?
Would you stream on a vitriolic racist channel? Would you do that?
It depends on who defines vitriolic racist. I don't think you're a vitriolic racist.
No, I say if you thought somebody was a vitriolic racist, would you be streaming on their channel?
I mean, me, no, probably not. No.
Okay. You know, the other day you were on the channel and he mentioned Lolo. You remember Lolo?
Yeah, he was.
Do you remember
playing Universal?
Do you remember what he said about Lolo?
Which part?
Well, he said she came up on the panel one day and he just immediately attacked her. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You remember that? Okay. What did you think about a 60-year-old man attacking a 22-year-old woman on a YouTube panel for no reason, no provocation? Does that not remind you of my 22-year-old tenant being attacked by a 50-year-old man out in the street? One's virtual.
Yeah, because I get criticized for being this man of spirit type. When a woman comes around, they got to go through the gauntlet.
But that's I guess that's some kind of, what you're running there. Women can come up and they know what they're going to go through. But he was patting himself on the back for attacking that young 22-year-old woman. Would you say that's fair? I can pull a clip up if you like.
Pull it up, because I hate to confirm a negative.
Okay, but he mentioned that he mentioned it to you that he attacked her. Is that fair? You didn't know about that. He mentioned it to you, right?
Yeah.
Right? Did he mention it like, man, I shouldn't have done that, or did he say I came in and just attacked her?
I actually don't remember how it went.
You don't remember? Okay, but
I do recall him saying that. Yeah.
But was he like in a remorseful way, or was he like in a patting himself?
Nah, that's Stanley. Come on, you know Stanley. Everybody in the chat knows Stanley.
Okay, so he wasn't remorseful. That's what I'm asking you. I'm not asking if everybody knows him, but everybody may not know him. Was he remorseful in talking about attacking the 22-year-old girl or not?
I guess. I mean, maybe not.
You guess? You think you? I'm just saying, just go off your memory, because I'm not going to pull it up. I'm just asking you to go off your memory. It was just 2 days ago.
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay, so why do you think a man of his age would behave like that toward a 22-year-old woman that he doesn't know?
Probably because she's cute. He wanted to neg her.
You said what?
That's where you knock them down a peg or something. I don't know. I don't fucking know why people do shit.
Okay. So you don't know why he would do that.
But I know that's par. It's par for the course.
Par for the course for whom?
Or Stanley. It
Attack,
is a strategy. It's a strategy.
Attacking women is his strategy?
Or it's not necessarily attacking women. First it is negging them, taking them down a peg.
You know, the other day he was talking about he hasn't had a relationship since his wife died.
No, don't do that, John.
No, I'm not going that. That's what he said. He said it online. So that's what he said. He said he hasn't had a relationship since his wife died, correct?
Yeah.
Do you think his attitude towards women, if he's willing to attack a 22-year-old, would probably not put him in a position to date many women? Would you say that's fair? If a woman,
I really hope not.
If a 45-year-old woman saw him do that to Lolo, what do you think a 45-year-old woman would think of him attacking a 22-year-old woman right out of the blue for no reason?
Depends on the woman. Some of these women like that shit.
I'm saying a woman of his ilk. Come on now. A woman of his ilk. What he thinks he's a Renaissance man. Do you think a woman of his ilk, someone like his ex-wife, would be look down or look up on that? Would be, oh, that's cool. I like a man that just take a 22-year-old girl down at 60 years old. Or do you think he would want a woman that would not look favorably on that? What do you think?
I think you know the answer to that.
Do you think he would like his son?
I'm not going to sit up here and kick dirt on Stanley. I mean,
I'm just asking you. I'm just asking you questions. Like, the answers to questions can't be dirt. It's not kicking dirt. I'm not up here saying, "Hey, man, what do you think about his hair?" Right? I'm not asking you anything about that. Let me ask you this: what was your first job right out of college?
Out of college, I didn't finish college, but when I was in college, I was doing loss prevention.
When you got out of college, what was the first job?
I was doing loss prevention back then.
And how long did you work there?
Just a couple of years, like maybe 2 or 3.
2 or 3 years. And then from there, where did you go?
I was in a brick factory.
Brick factory? How long
making good fucking money.
How long? I just want to know, how long did you work there?
About 5 years.
5 years. So the first job after you left college, you worked there about what, 3 years, then 5 years, and then the next job, where did you go?
It's the job I got now.
And so which job would you say kind of like shape your like who you are when you think back about the experiences as an adult? Which job for you is no right or wrong answer? Which one shaped your experiences?
I don't even think a job did that. I think playing sports did that.
Okay, playing sports. Okay, but in your work world, what experience kind of shaped? I'm just asking, just out of curiosity, kind of shaped you
from my work world.
Yeah, in your workforce life.
The loss prevention was like monitoring people and pretty much attacking them if they did something. So I had to wrestle a lot of people to the ground or bring them, subdue them. Not subdue them, but I had to get them.
And so the reason why I asked you that is, and I know you went back to your first job right out of when you left college, is that like, what I find interesting again is that like, I've seen a lot of men, Deacon Dave, in my day, and they'll be talking about their greatest days, and they'd be like, when they were 22 years old, like, nigga, you 50 now. Like, what you been doing since then? Like, okay, you hitting a lot of women, you had a lot of girls, you had a nice car when you were 24 years old, but now you're 50. Okay. And so you know where I'm going with this. Again, like, You know, when I listen to Stanley, there seems to be a big gap, right? A big gap. And it just, something just doesn't seem to be adding up to me. And again, like, I live here in DC, you know, it is what it is. I see a lot of military people come through, and, you know, and again, I ain't criticizing anybody. But I just wanted to talk to you and just wondered, like, I was just wondering, like, how the hell do you sit through that struggle session? And I wonder what you thought about him and this $6, because he really gave it to you, bro, on them $6.
Absolutely correct about the Black community, man. And the fact that Stanley sits up here and lies every day about Black, it's I'm Stanley, but it's disgusting how he lies, man, and tries to pretend that there is no problem. He even
that does boil down to a lie.
The fact that Stanley doesn't even live around Black people and mingle with Blacks lets you know what the problem is or with the Blacks, man. John is actually a hero because he stays in the Black community with these savage animals
and lets Whitey know what the hell's going on out here with our dumb asses.
I'm not gonna.
You know, Stanley thinks pretty highly of CT. You saw him sending CT super chats. Were you on the panel when he was sending CT super chats?
I was in the chat.
You were in the chat. You know, he thinks very highly of CT. You know that, right?
Oh, yeah, actually, I was on the panel. I told him I'd go over there and say, motherfucker, where's my money?
Right. And he did go over and send a super chat and say, hey, I want my super chat read and give me my money back, right?
Yeah.
Now, sending a super chat doesn't mean it'll be read. Is there like a term and condition, a legal requirement that it must be read?
No, it'll be the last dollar I send. If I send one, somebody don't read it.
It would be the last dollar. Why do you think he didn't read Stanley's super chat? Just out of curiosity.
I honestly didn't see what Stanley wrote.
Stanley wrote, says, John sober?
Okay. I know he said like 3 or 4.
Yeah, he wrote one about Latino. CT read that one. He said, Latino, where do you work? Or something like that. Where are you employed? And then he sent one to saying, is John sober? And that's the one that CT didn't read. And that's when he got agitated and said, I'm going to go over there and demand my $5 back. So my super chat wasn't read, calling John a drunk.
I honestly think Stanley's just from a different generation.
So that's what you're going with?
I can't explain it, John.
Okay.
He's just from a different generation.
Okay, I got you. I don't want to hear it explain. Okay, so
all right, I won't explain it.
No.
Go ahead, John. You ask me the next question.
Because here's where I'm going. Here's where I'm going.
Being slick.
No, I'm not. So he's from a different generation, correct? Right? And he raised another generation, correct?
Sure.
And those traits, presumably, he would have passed down to the next generation. Is that correct?
Sure.
Okay, keep going.
No, go ahead. I'm still running. Go ahead.
Well, you know you're going to be in some trouble, boy. You know you're going to be in some motherfucking trouble.
Man, listen, I do what I want. I go where I want.
It's going to be a struggle session. Tell you got to go to daddy. You got to go to daddy. Have you ever heard my clip of Stanley saying he's whiter than Be Brave?
Yeah.
Have you ever asked him about that?
No, I haven't. No.
What do you think about a black man that thinks he's whiter, that compares himself to a poor white trash man, and saying, "I'm whiter than you"?
I don't think about that shit at all.
But if you heard a black man telling a white man, whiter than you. I'm a better representation of Western culture. And I'm just curious, just any random man, what the hell would you think?
Maybe they do. I'm not your typical black dude either.
I'm just saying, well, okay, that's fine. So what do you think the typical black man would think if he heard a white man?
All the shit you talk up here, you're talking about the typical black man.
Hold on, listen.
That shit don't apply to me.
Hold on, let me play this.
Cut it. Hey, I am a better reflection. I am a better reflection of white culture.
I just kicked your ass.
Like when you hear a black man, like doesn't this like you can at least give me this? It sounds odd. Trying to usurp or one up a poor white man that I'm whiter than you or a better reflection of white. You got to say that's odd. A man who devotes his time to anti-black streams, saying that I'm a better reflection of white culture. You got to say that's odd.
Sure, it's not an everyday thing you would hear.
Do you think that it possibly could be a mental illness? And I'm not talking about Stanley, but if you heard someone say something like that, do you think it possibly would be mental ill? You hear Blue Jay saying, like, no white person was saying, "Nigga, I'm blacker than you."
Yes, they have.
I'm a better Africa than you. I'm a better reflection of the hood than you. Maybe Eminem.
That's why I just laugh at all the shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't see it as that.
But I understand it's easy to laugh these things away. That's fine. I understand. And
nigga.
No, I understand. It's easy to just laugh it away. Just this is just YouTube. But
yeah,
but this
none of this shit serious. Y'all ain't even serious.
No, but this ain't just YouTube. Understand? This is why I'm going to extrapolate further. Right? This ain't just YouTube. Like he really. People that say something like that, could you imagine yourself saying something like that? Let me ask you
that. If my interlocutor was the motherfucker that agitated me, I'd say anything.
So you just say anything.
You fucking right. Who cares?
Yeah. Anyway, very interesting. Very interesting. Man,
sorry I give you the tape you wanted.
No, it's fine. I think you gave me the tape, just the exact take I wanted. Because Stanley said something very similar. He said, I say whatever I want to say. I'm going to speak my mind. Right?
That's him.
Well, but I mean, you gave me somewhat of a similar take. You say, I say whatever.
I just don't give a fuck. I mean,
right. That's what Stanley used to say. I don't give a fuck. Right? I understand. See, I understand now. Stanley, that's his signature line. I don't give a fuck. Right? And then you just say, well, I don't give a fuck. It all makes sense. It kind of comes together in a way. Anyway, it's very interesting. It's very, very, very interesting. I long thought that, people like you and Tyrone, American Man, were looking for a more elevated conversation, and that's why you went over there. And it must be, and I don't know what your connection is with the black community, but it must be some because you're talking to a black, and you somewhat are, really looking for excuses for a black. And it must be very disconcerting, maybe not for you, but for some blacks, to see, that, he is one of our better blacks, right?
How you doing? All right. That's my running girlfriend. My bad.
Now, so I assume you were somewhat desirous to talk to, someone elevated conversation with a black man. And it must be somewhat disconcerting when you compare and contrast, say, the ability to hold a conversation that Be Brave has versus, say, Stanley's all out anarchy. Even his link. Did you ever hear him bragging about his link, the title? I dare you to click this link. And that is the way that Black people approach conversation. I dare.
Yeah, he does.
Right.
I find it.
Not just him, tough guy. A lot of Blacks do that. Master Kim talked to me yesterday saying, the Blacks, they just want to fight on a panel.
That's true.
Right. And so it is not of a surprise that his link to click to join his panel says what? I dare you. Just like Cedric the Entertainer says, I hope don't nobody be in my scene. He's basically looking for a fight. A 60-year-old man looking for a fight. Correct? That's what we're saying, right? He's daring people, right? And isn't it something somewhat odd that a 60-year-old man is still looking to fight when there's so many more productive things that he could be doing? Would you say that's fair?
Yeah, I think when he makes the claim that he doesn't suffer fools, I believe him, but I'm not going to say it's fools that he's suffering. He doesn't suffer a different opinion than his. So it's a lot of projection in that. That's me.
If Stanley was do you think Stanley is very, very intelligent?
I think he's well read for sure. And he has a good.
I asked you if he's well read. I asked you if he's well read. We'll get to that next. Do you think
I'm not gonna put a label on him. Okay. I'm gonna give him a generalization. That's it.
But you're giving
if somebody asked me about you, I wouldn't do that to you either.
Whatever you said about me would be fine. But
I don't do it. So
but you
I'm a man of principle, bro.
But you put the well-read label on him.
Sure.
Okay, so you won't label him as intelligent, but you put the well-read label on him. But you've already
did you ask me if I thought he was intelligent?
Yeah, I just asked you. I'm gonna ask you again. Do you
think because cars riding by?
Okay. Do you think Stanley is a highly intelligent man based upon the traits that you see?
Well, I got a brother who's a dentist, very smart in the books, but interpersonal skills just subpar. I think that's what he reminds me of the most.
Is Stanley a dentist?
No.
Okay.
It's something about you get so many attribute points and you spin them how you want.
But Stanley's not a dentist.
It's like an NBA 2K player.
Hold on,
you get so many points.
Hold on, but
you put them in which categories you want them to do.
Hold on, but Stanley's not a dentist, correct?
No.
Okay. He wasn't a dentist either, correct?
Right.
Okay, so your brother and Stanley on two different levels.
Right. My brother is also a DC landlord like you.
Okay, so they're on really two different levels. Right?
He does DC. He does DC in Texas.
Right, because so he's in two different states, so he's on even greater levels. So Stanley's not on your brother's level.
Well, three. He's got him in my hometown too. So
okay. So would you say Stanley's he's not on your brother's level? Stanley doesn't have Stanley. Hold on, Stanley. To your knowledge, Stanley doesn't have real estate all over, correct?
All right, my brother does fairly well. So I mean, I guess I can say without any guilt, no, Stanley's not on my brother's level.
He's not on your brother's level,
right?
Correct. You say that's fair, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Boy, you're gonna be in trouble today.
No, I'm not. The fuck you keep saying that for? I'm not a child. I'm a grown man. I'm like my own ass, John.
Listen, I talked to Latino today. And Latino like, man, I told Stanley, fuck you. And I'm not telling you what to do. Trust me. But what I'm getting at is, I think that there is something. Why the black men go up there and talk to a man who isn't very successful. He isn't very intelligent. Hold on. He doesn't even have good conversation. He doesn't have good content. So I think that there is something deeper that blacks are looking for, and I ain't going to use the word father figure, but, an elder of sorts. And the community is so devoid of that, that Stanley is like the placeholder until someone comes along better. And it really highlights how down bad the black community is when you compare a Stanley versus Be Brave. Be Brave can build a shed. Stanley can't build shit.
Yeah, and I don't know if you ever watched when me and Stanley interact. I don't allow him to use those fucking effects from slavery ass arguments. And he called me a racist because I said,
"Oh, you're a racist."
He said I was victim blaming because I said most people still act like they got a problem with that. What happened years before they were born? And I said I don't. How is it that I'm not able to allow that shit to hold me back? He called me a racist back.
And you know what else? You know what else I found interesting? Again, why I think it is a big problem in the black community. How can you criticize someone for doing something that you can't do? That shit blows my fucking mind. Blows my mind.
Right.
And every day I heard Stanley criticizing Stanley shit, Brave shit, and he is unable to do it. It just blew my mind. It would make me cringe, bro. Honestly, I'd be like, do you not see the blind spot? That nigga, you can't build that? He's 70. And then, I could take it deeper, I talked to Brave in the morning. He'd be like, man, I'm on my way to the hardware store. You mean some concrete. I'm building something. Blacks don't build. I never seen you gonna hear no black man. You ever heard Stanley say, I went to the concrete store? Yet he can criticize the man that builds concrete, builds something with the concrete. I would just cringe when I hear it, when I heard it. And I think that really shows you just the problem in the black community, because he's not dumb. He's not your brother, but he ain't stupid. And he is criticized. He probably would criticize your brother if he thought differently. Anyway, it's very interesting. I didn't know your brother was a landlord, but go ahead. What are you about to say?
I was saying, finishing up. Oh, shit.
What the hell are you doing? Working out?
Running, man.
Oh. Anyway,
4 miles in the morning.
No worries. I need to start doing that these days. I need to get back. I ride my bike, though. I rode all the way from northwest to southeast today. Did you hear what I told you? What I told the audience about John Hopkins, bro?
What you say?
So I'm riding downtown yesterday, and I get right between the White House and the Capitol, right?
Yeah.
And I see what looked like the Conrad Hotel, and it was John Hopkins. And I knew you're running, so I won't put the picture up. But basically,
no, I'm done. I'm probably done.
You want to see?
I just got back home.
All right, you want to see? All right, here's the picture, and let me see. Here's the picture. And I'll see if you can. I've already told my audience, so I won't spoil it for you. I'll let you look and see if you can understand what's going on here. All right. Oh, damn, this is not the one I want to show you. I'm going to zoom in. That's what I'm going to do. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. All right. Can you read that right there? If you can't, I'll read it for you, because that poll is in front of some of the wording there. Let me know if you can read it. Oh, shit. I ain't got it up. Okay. Oh, shit. My bad. There it is. There it is. All right. Can you read that?
Was that a memorial wall or something?
No, this is John Hopkins has been going through a lot of problems in Baltimore. Ryan could tell you best. For years, John Hopkins tried to get armed police. The city of Baltimore said, no, no, no. So what did the city of Baltimore, what did John Hopkins do? They slowly started moving their most profitable schools out of Baltimore. And here, in this grand building between the Capitol and the White House, are some of the most valuable schools of a university. And you may not be able to see them, so I'll read them for you. And this is not being reported in the news. Trust me. But Bloomberg, right. Bloomberg funded it, right? And you'll see here, the School of Government, the Business School, the School of Arts and Sciences, Applied Physics Lab, the Bloomberg School of Public Health, the School of what the hell is this? I can't see that. Advanced, what was it? International Studies, some library, School of Medicine, and the School of Education, School of Nursing, and the School of Engineering. All of those schools are now in Washington, D.C., not Baltimore. The main things left in Baltimore would probably be the hospitals, things like that.
Right.
The crime in Baltimore forced a fucking university to leave. And they spent billions of dollars, bro, for this building right here. Again, this is on Pennsylvania Avenue between the White House and the Capitol. So, and it's closer to the Capitol. It means maybe a block or two from the Capitol here. On the way to the White House here, Johns Hopkins University has moved damn near its entire school to Washington, D.C. That's amazing, right?
Yeah, so what was preventing them from getting armed guards?
You really want to know?
Yeah, let's go.
The black government. And what's interesting is the black government gave Towson the right to have armed guards, but they would not want to give it to Baltimore. And so Baltimore, eventually, John Hopkins eventually said, I got to get the hell out of here. And this is the manifestation of probably a long journey here. In that they
just slowly creeping out the door. One book at a time.
Yeah, and the people in Baltimore probably didn't even know what was happening to them because they so dependent on the fucking hospital to sew their gunshot victims up. They didn't see the rest of the school leave. You know, and the thing is, you know, hospitals have grown so much. If you look at any university, it's really the hospitals that are growing. That's the biggest component of the growth. The hospitals and all of the administrative functions surrounding that. So Johns Hopkins can stay in Baltimore. A lot of federal dollars there. Did you know they administer all the COVID statistics? I ain't gonna say all the COVID statistics, but they were one of the biggest arbiters of the COVID statistics. Johns Hopkins.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I know about that. Yeah. Like we got Cleveland Clinic up here, and I believe they do the cancer research.
Someone said, what's the difference between Towson and Hopkins is that the former got armed guards. Well, Towson is black. John Hopkins is white. And so the black city government allowed Towson to have police, but not John Hopkins. And so the John Hopkins nurses and shit were complaining. They're getting robbed, beat up, you know, and the black government, you know, I don't know if you know this. Did you know that Baltimore, I think it stayed closed due to COVID longer than any other city?
I can believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Right there.
Well, you know why though, right? Part of it is the black mayor wanted to punish the businesses.
No, I don't. I didn't know, and I don't know much about Baltimore local issues, but I can believe it because that's who you got. You got in charge of every goddamn thing. And it goes right along with what you're saying, where they're not working as a team. You're gonna see the reactions to that.
Man, you know, I'm gonna ask you this, and you know, I don't know. Were you familiar with HB?
Yeah. What happened to him? Why did he just get off completely?
I'm glad you asked me that. I explained this to the audience. Most people don't understand this. You're a smart guy. You'll catch it. If you and your girl show up, we hang it out, and I start ridiculing you, what you gonna do?
Say, nigga, fuck you.
And then what? I'm out.
I ain't gonna expose my girl to that because I'm not gonna have to talk her to sleep after you pissed her off.
If we out together, me, you, and your girl, and I'm like, and I go hard at you, you gonna leave, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Right? You may or may not take your girl with you, depending on how she feel, but you leave. Correct? You're not taking no shit off no nigga. Correct?
Right. Is that what happened?
That's what happened. Now he'll deny. Now, no, stop.
Oh, so that's why you was asking if I ever heard that he said that or referred to her as his daughters.
Stop. Hold on. Let me walk you through it because I'm explaining blacks to you. Because see, again, I'm on the other side of this. I've done this same shit with niggers. I'm gonna tell you two stories real quick. I wanted to get rid of 2 niggers, but they were in separate houses. So how did I get rid of them? Can you think? Nigga, I
gave one a $5 discount.
Nigga, I put my head together. I put my mind together. You know what I did? I've already told this story. Somebody may cheat. You know what I did?
No, what'd you do?
Damn. Man, hey, you see this shit should be members only. You know what I did, honestly?
What's that?
I had 2 niggas that I wanted to get rid of. And they were in separate houses. So what did I do? I put them together. I said, both of you got to move over here with this nigga. And I knew magic was going to happen, my nigga. I knew magic was going to happen. And magic happened, my nigga. The one nigga stabbed the shit out of the other nigga. Damn nigga. And so he had to leave. And the other nigga was in the hospital. So he left. Problem solved. You got to know how to work with niggas, bro. You understand?
Yeah.
And on the flip side, I'm going to explain to you how niggers in their feeble mind work. So again, I just gave you an example. I come at you, your girlfriend there, you're going to leave. Right? You're going to leave.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't like to say this, Rufus. Yeah, nigga name was Winston. Winston is the nigga that got stabbed. And it was actually a light-skinned nigga that got him. I couldn't believe it. And he tried to gut the nigga. I'm surprised the nigga lived. And nigga had some vengeance in his heart. And nigga worked, and the nigga that got stabbed worked right around the corner at the Giant. Anyway,
did he get stabbed in your house?
Yeah, blood everywhere. Oh
yeah, man, leaked like a pig. God damn.
Blood everywhere, all outside on the fucking deck, everywhere, man. Like
and I'm sure he walked around spraying blood before he left to the hospital.
He laid outside. Because he chased him outside. See, he should have went to prison. The guy that said him should have went to prison. Because wild. You can't chase somebody with a knife. But
right, that's attempted something.
He'd already stabbed him. The guy was weak. He chasing the nigga and caught him outside and hit him again. And so there was a blood trail from inside to outside. A sensible police would like, wait a minute. You stabbed him outside and inside? Because in DC, you can't even shoot somebody or exercise any means of self-defense if you have the means to exit. You understand?
Right.
Like, if somebody keep my front door in and I'm in the kitchen, or if somebody keep my front door in and I'm right here, I just run out the back door. That's what the law says you must do. You can't be like, hey, who is that? I'm going to go shoot him. I'm going to grab my gun and go see who it is. Can't do that in DC. You got to run. That's the law.
That shit crazy.
And what's interesting, bro, the white liberals, they live way on the other side of town. DC's small, but they live on the other side of town. And some blacks jumped in a white man pool up on the other side of town years ago. And he shot one of their ass. And he was like a white liberal Washington Post reporter writing about anti-guns. And he had guns and shot a nigga. That's true. That's a true story. But anyway, so what I'm saying is, so on the flip side of it, you know, if you're a nigger, right? And you say, well, I want to create disharmony. You can't go at a woman. Why?
The man's going to try to defend her.
The man going to try to defend her, and you going to look weak.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to look weak for attacking a woman. So you attack the man. You understand? That's why he attacked. Now, on the flip side, he attacked Lolo because he think Universal is weak. And so,
hell no. Now, see, that does not make sense the way you put that.
Nigga, because I know niggers. You understand?
See, but I don't know what happened between them.
Bro, let me explain it to you, bro. I'm gonna say it again. I've been 25 years in the game, dealing with the lowest fucking animal like niggers you could ever imagine. At their base fucking need. Nigga, like, I thought that, look, a fucking black nigga I threw out, he files a fucking restraining order on me. Niggas be lying, bro. Niggas lie like a motherfucker. That's a 60-year-old nigger too. They lie. So don't tell me niggas don't lie. That's a 60-year-old nigga that lied and said I threatened him when I got clips of him saying I get young niggas to murk your ass. Niggers lie. You have to accept that, right? You have to accept it. So what he's doing is lying. Like, let me ask you this. Were you amazed when he didn't know what copyright law, like that you just can't play somebody's content and copyright law?
I'm not surprised. He may not know the ropes to the game yet, but
let me ask you this. Okay. But after 2 years of streaming, you weren't the least bit of
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Because he did rack up some copyrights. Okay. Yeah.
He did, right. He did rack up copyright. I've shown people that all those Pop the Balloons were copywritten. Correct.
Yeah. He did say that.
Did you play did you play Pop the Balloon on your channel?
Me, no.
Why not?
Because it's not my original.
Say what?
It's not my original content. I wouldn't do it.
What do you think about Pop the Balloon?
I think it's a very vain show. It's simple. It's primitive. It's not that special. Nothing about it I want to review, other than sit up criticizing people and picking this shit. It's like useless, really.
What do you think the demographics is that watches Pop the Balloon?
That's definitely black. Some black shit. My dick.
So why do you think Stanley watched it night after night instead of coming up with something original?
I think he's gotten better.
Now I'm asking you about then. We would suggest things for him to talk about. He loves talking about.
That's the information I'm not privy to, John. It's like I don't know what you guys talk to him about, and that's a different thing. It's like you're manifesting the conversations that y'all had through me, though.
But night after night, when you saw Stanley playing Pop the Balloon, did you ever say, "Damn, why doesn't he play something else?"
I thought you was cool with that. I didn't know you wasn't.
I didn't say, "Hey, I'm new to you."
I gotta admit, there was one show where Stanley did a show with it was him, Be Brave was up there, and SKC was up there, and it was both reviewing a Pop the Balloon show. And I recall how I was like, man, this is a unique group of characters, and then because SKC and Stanley, they don't ever review things together. It's not SKC style, and Brave and Stanley fell out eventually. So,
does Be Brave play Pop the Balloon?
No.
Stanley is more educated than Be Brave, right?
Yeah. If Brave is a high school dropout, sure. All right. Yeah.
Dropout, 6th grade.
Yeah, 6th grade, sure. Stanley's more educated.
If you had to go to one person for advice, be honest.
Nah, man, I'm not answering that.
Well, if you thought you could have a conversation about it, I'm not saying it's going to be the best advice, but if you could at least get your thoughts out and hope for his thoughts, which of the two you think it would be?
I'm not answering that.
Say what?
I'm not answering that. I'm not answering that one.
Why do you think Be Brave's views are so much higher than Stanley's? And so many black people. Do you think Be Brave is racist?
Honestly, no.
You don't think? But when you hear,
No, I've also told Stanley, like, you throw that around so much, it don't mean shit.
but why do you think
You just don't like it? Everything you don't like just can't be racist because you don't like it.
Do you think Stanley, and I mean, do you think it's possible Stanley thinks he's a better representation of white Western culture than Be Brave? Do you think it's possible that Stanley could be jealous of Be Brave? Possible. I'm not saying it is, but you think it's possible?
Jealous is a female trait. I don't know. I don't know if I'd use the word jealous. I think he focuses now. You guys focus on each other. So now you took the place to Be Brave and whatever.
Do you think he could be
crosshairs you want to call it?
Do you think he could be jealous of me?
Possibly, but
I
said, I don't know.
And you said jealousy is a female trait, though.
I think so. Like I don't get jealous unless you said you were outside the country. I could be honest. I'd say I'd be jealous.
Do you think Stanley at one point was jealous of Be Brave?
I would use envious, if anything. But I don't think so.
Now, what about Be Brave would he be possibly envious about? He's a fucking 6th grade dropout.
Probably just for views, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
Probably just for views, if anything. Hey, which roadcaster you got there all lit up?
That's the podcaster too there. So you think he's just he's lying about his hatred for Be Brave. It's all just for views.
Because I see him have the same kind of vitriol for damn near anything he disagrees with, and I'm still learning about Stanley. He's a very interesting guy.
What's interesting about him?
Because he does have a wealth of book knowledge, and he'll sit and criticize somebody else instead of using that knowledge to correct them. And I find that interesting. Because I'm nobody's dad to be correcting anybody out here. Well, since you sit up here screaming at a screen, if you're reviewing their shit, you're screaming at a screen. Why not just give them the layup? Like, you know, I like what you said, but if you tweak this here or tweak this there you go. I thought that's what the old heads used to do. They were supposed to correct your path in some kind of way, or give a critique to where you could do things better. But nah, you want to keep that to yourself. Now you have a lower standard in society when you got the knowledge to correct it. That's what's crazy to me. That's the part that I'm saying that actually plays out that you're not a team player. But I told him before as well that I'll ask questions that ain't got nothing to do with what the fuck I'm asking. Sometimes just the way you respond tells me everything I need to know. Because I've observed enough people to draw my own conclusions based on their reactions to things. And yeah, I might be 3 steps ahead of some people, in that situation. I might be 3 steps ahead because I'm not pulling out the information that I'm asking because of this question. I'm actually observing something else.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just all very interesting listening to, kind of like your struggle session. What's up, Art, man? What's going on? I honestly, I couldn't understand why you sat there. And not just you, honestly. It was, I saw American Man and Tyrone. And I just figured, it's like you're saying, like kind of the way I talk to Be Brave in the morning, just to hear kind of like, hey, what's going on, Brave? Give me some of the, whatever wisdom you got there. And I figured that you guys may kind of have that in the back of your mind. And I was wondering, like, if it is kind of disappointing to not be able to get that and just get somebody who wants to fight, I don't know, here's another clip of Stanley here.
Why? Who gives a fuck if we or as blacks have such a bad rep? Why? Who gives a fuck if we are as black?
But again, like you're anti-black. It's like it's this contradiction, and Yeah, I'm of the mind, honestly, and it's not a criticism of Stanley or anything. I'm long past that. And this is what I'm being honest with you. I long felt sorry for him before I knew anything. I really felt sorry for him, honestly. I feel like he's a lonely old man, and he's not that old. And I always thought you should get a job. You know what I'm saying? It'll be fulfilling, no matter what your station is in life, or volunteer.
A job, a girlfriend, whatever. Just get out the house. I say, go on a trip. Why don't you go here? I'll put up the money. I'll meet you there. That kind of shit. I've offered him that too. I see what you're saying there.
But then there were other things that really, really, really made me realize like how down bad blacks are. Master Kim. Master Kim was going to set up a meeting with my buddy Chris, him and his sister or daughter has been on the channel, and Master Kim, Stanley, and my buddy. My buddy's in the gas station business. Master Kim, the business he's in. He's an executive now. It would have been perfect for Stanley, even if Stanley didn't want to go back to work. It would have been a perfect layup for his son. You understand? A man like Master Kim could be a reference point on his resume. But Stanley kept attacking Master Kim. I didn't understand it. Master Kim.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either.
Right, he would always attack him. And so Master Kim had set up this dinner meeting. They were all going to meet, try to, collab. Particularly, it was going to be beneficial for my buddy because he helps build gas stations or whatever, right? And that's the business that Master Kim is in. And Master Kim was like, man, I don't want to do this with Stanley. And so he just canceled the whole thing. So at this point, you can forget about Stanley. He's not interested. You could forget about my buddy because, well, he figured out. But Stanley's son could have benefited just the same, right? It would never hurt to know a man like Master Kim if you coming out of college. Sure,
it couldn't hurt.
Right.
Couldn't hurt.
Sure. Now, then it was get cracked. So I've walked down the list of men. He attacked HB. He attacked Master Kim. He attacked Lolo, which is Universal's girlfriend. And see, Lolo was not a part of the channel. So Lolo could easily just say, you know what, I ain't going on John's channel because Stanley always criticizes me. And that's not Universal's girlfriend, so it ain't necessarily his place to, defend her.
All right, so y'all caught me up there. I was up there. I was just wondering if that was his girlfriend or not. Not that it matters. Ain't none of my fucking business, but it changes the dynamic of what the history and what was going on.
Right. And so, but Universal was interested in Lolo. So what's the worst thing you could do when you're interested in a girl and someone wants to throw shit on you? Call you a pussy, a punk, you weak.
Yeah.
And so that's what Stanley did.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Now, but here's the thing. Universal, trying to be respectful because, well, he's older. He's empty nesting. He never responded back. He just kind of slinked off into the background, like, yo, I don't want to be in confrontation with an older man. How's that look? From my standpoint, I got a life out here. What the fuck I look like arguing with old man? So now you got Universal out of the way. And get cracked, it's easy to get cracked because he ain't wedded to anything like that. And then just like a leech, he uses Portia for his own benefit. So he gets her to help him with his channel, this and that. That's why he said, it's my girl. I love Portia. But how could you talk to your daughter's boyfriend that way? How could you belittle your daughter, your make-believe daughter's boyfriend? So you got to reconcile these things.
Right.
I would never talk to my daughter's boyfriend that way. If I felt that way about him, well, I need to scream it out with him. I just tell my daughter, hey, I don't think you should be with him, and leave it at that. But then to do it publicly, but never do it privately. We would have meetings. He never shout down on HB privately. He would only get up in public where he could basically used his age as a crutch where people would show him an element of respect. Hey, older guy was standing there, empty nester, his wife just died, right? And it's typical Black behavior. And what's interesting is, again, that he's not, your typical Black. And so that's why I wrote in, I told people about the book Revolt Against Civilization, the Underman. A real dumbass nigga, he can't do shit, he too stupid. But the revolutionary, the Black against the world, who's halfway intelligent, he'll weasel his way in the organization and destroy it. Even if he's 60 years old. Man,
and stand to see something succeed or somebody get it going in an area that you might not be as proficient in. But that would be a problem. That's problematic.
Bro, let me show you this, bro. I want you to listen. I want you to keep listening to this, damn. It's the wrong thing. And this, man, it's gonna blow your mind, bro. It's really gonna blow your mind because it blew my mind. I still don't understand it. Let me see if I can, if I have it here. I know I have it. But
hey, I'm watching. Give me about 10 minutes.
All right, take your time.
Before I respond.
Yeah. All right, let me see. I think this is it. Yeah, okay, I got it. All right. Yeah, get over here. Window. I want you to hear this. Is this it? Oh, this is it right here. All right.
So, it's the same story. So the goat was running away from the other
I want you to hear this part from Stanley here.
And the other animals.
And Daddy's name is next to the goat. Does that mean that Daddy's the goat?
That's right.
So it's Daddy.
Share the screen again. I don't want to play this part from Stanley.
I'm moving different right now.
Laughing and giggling.
Is apparently
he's
not going to deal.
Listen.
Fuck with me. I mean to be there, and I think he, in all honesty, took a hit because I was not going to deal with echo chambers. I'm going to say what I want to say. I think John did take a hit. So in a way, it's a win-win. John's going to do well. Is the worst kind of racist. He's worse than any white racist I've ever met. John is just a baby daddy who's a fucking landlord. Well, the motherfucker is he's literally a YN with a bunch of baby mamas. His difference is apparently his women are okay.
I think it's just weird the way he talks about the Black community. Yeah. And then he brings Bree Brave on as a closer to his argument. But I guess they click together.
But she kind
of, yeah.
And just I'm the worst racist. I'm this. I'm that. What else he saying there? He deals with Be Brave, and it's just so odd that he would just hang around so long. Don't you find that odd? Deacon Dave, he stepped away here. Yeah, I've been going 6 hours, guys. I gave you 6 good hours here. I'm gonna wait for Deacon Dave to come back. I ain't got him in a lot of trouble today. What's up, dirty dude? What's up, man? You want to come up here, dirty dude? You can come up if you like. Otherwise, I'm gonna call it a night. Guys, by the way, make sure you check out some of the videos I posted there. The Cardi B, and the Sequoia Turner posted a couple of videos about Sequoia Turner. She's the little girl that was killed during the Rayshard Brooks brouhaha. And it'd be interesting to go back and look at some of the things that happened there that was allowed to transpire there. You might find that very interesting. And what else? The other videos. We talked about Cardi B. Who else we talked about? NBA young boy. United Center canceled his event there. The people of Chicago are somewhat disappointed by that. What else did we talk about? I think we covered pretty much all. Let's see. Deacon Dave, you coming back, bro? You got like 5 minutes. I got.
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, yeah. Now,
What was oh wait, that conversation with Stanley was having, was that with John? Or was
Yeah.
that one clip, or is that a compilation?
It may be a couple clips. This is with John Chavez, maybe on the same show. What else?
I can add context to that win-win comment, because I remember when he said that.
Yeah.
That was when you guys separated channels, and I said, I think somebody asked him about his experience over here, and now you're on your own. He said, yeah, that's pretty much a win-win, because you guys are going your separate ways. You'll be all right. He'll be all right. That kind of shit.
But he also said John took a hit. And see, this is what I'm saying. This is a 60-year-old black man, and I'm abstracting out. The average 60-year-old black man has nothing to offer productive to anyone. That his presence, just like the other 60-year-old black men that I had to put out of my house, somebody's going to take a hit. There's never going to be anything positive to come out of it. And that is the black ecosystem there. And I think
it seems like it. That's why I put distance from myself in that.
Right. And that's why I wanted to explain this. And Stanley was a very good example of that. Is that like blacks will destroy, they will run people away. They will, and he even admitted that he didn't really bring many people to the channel. So he did all that and didn't bring many people to the channel. So he's still talking in the echo chamber there. And so now on his own space, and I've seen it so many times, I've seen blacks go destroy something and then go start to try to do the same thing that they destroyed and never do what they did at the other place where they were destroying something. That is something I've always found very interesting. That lets you know that they knew they were doing wrong, but they wanted to do wrong.
Can't do it, yeah.
They wanted to do wrong to harm somebody because they wouldn't do wrong on their own channel, right? Anyway, I think I went all the way back to where even in LA in the 60s, blacks did not want to live around each other. And I brought it all the way up to Atlanta in the 70s and 80s, which would have been the time that a lot of black men that live in Georgia would have been coming of age. And the blacks still could not, create anywhere worthwhile living. And it's as much as the mind, it's as much of the mindset, the destructive nature that you saw on display with a man who's come up through the 60s to today. And he can even be neutral. As he said, I'm going to speak my mind. Like, I'm up on YouTube panels all the time. I see blacks talking all over each other. I say, there's no way it could be in a corporate office. They wouldn't be able to sit quiet in a boardroom.
I agree with that.
Anyway, man, go ahead. What do I say?
I said I've never had an issue with what you're saying because I see where there's a through line where some can and some can't.
Yeah.
So if you're speaking in general, you're still not missing. But to dismiss what you're saying as if it doesn't happen the way that you're saying it happens is just being ignorant in my book. And I don't see nothing wrong with being honest about it. If you want to improve, the first thing you got to do is recognize the problem.
Well, I mean, I don't even know where to start in a case where cleaning up your bathroom is somehow considered, and this hasn't been said just once. He said it multiple times. He went on to say, you're raising a maid, which, again, there's nothing wrong with being a maid. My grandmother was a maid. It's a respectable work. It's better than what some of these blacks are doing out here now, better than what JP's doing, right? And so, the blacks have some real serious contradictions. Did you see Izzy Bands up here before I go?
I like Izzy Bass. Yeah. What was this, like last week or something?
Yeah, did you see him?
Yeah, you said he didn't say something about where Trayvon's dad, what he was doing when he got shot.
Yeah, he knew where Trayvon's dad was. I said, where was Trayvon's dad when Trayvon was killed? He said, I can't say. I said, what do you mean you can't say? He said, I don't want to say. I said, why not? He said, because, I don't want to. Basically, he didn't want to blow through the narrative. So he refused to answer the question. Man, I ain't going to say he refused. He knew the answer and gave me a fake answer. That's fucking amazing.
What was the motive? Why would he do that? Why would he do that?
I followed the Trayvon trial every day. I read everything I could read on that shit. That boy was guilty as hell.
Yeah, he was guilty.
Right. And I think that the blacks put so much emphasis on that case. It was like one they had to win. DJ MFB put a link in the chat about boxing, how the blacks, when they start losing to the white boxers like Tyson Fury, instead of saying black, they start saying American. They don't want to wear the failures, right? They only want to wear the success. And so that's probably what I would say there. I don't know. But guys,
they changed the world off of that faux ass trial.
They did the Trayvon trial. That's why I knew that that lady that Angela, who's Trump's DA, assistant attorney general? What's her name?
Pam Bondi.
Pam Bondi. That's why I knew she was going to be causing Trump a little problems because she was involved with the Trayvon trial. She's the one that appointed Angela Corey as the special prosecutor to prosecute George Zimmerman. He never should have been prosecuted, so that's interesting. Yeah. But we'll see what kind of problems Trump has with her. But Deacon Dave, man, I got to get out of here, man. I can't wait. Go up on Stanley, man. That's going to be some entertainment. I can't wait. Give him some views, man. I want to see you up there. He's going to give you the riot act if you watch this today.
I'll show you how to fight through that, John. I mean,
man,
let my light shine. Use me as an example there of how to deal with Stanley without it being too confrontational.
Well, I'm not trying to deal with him again.
And I'm blocked. And Shinar wants to be unblocked. I mean, he misses you too.
Now, this is what I was saying earlier. And I don't know if you heard me. And again, I'm not trying to. Before I say this about Shinar, I'm not trying to understand Stanley anything. I'm trying to explain that type of black to my audience. I already know. I'm just trying to explain the black to the audience. So when they, particularly white people, when they see why are blacks so poor, well, these are the complex layers of why blacks are so poor. There are a lot of blacks that destroy each other or attempt to destroy each other, like Stanley. You know what's so interesting about this? I have a clip of American Man saying that Stanley destroyed my channel. And then I see American Man up on Stanley's channel, but he won't dare tell Stanley that he said that. See, this is like the cowardly nature of blacks. And again, this is another problem that they have, why they have so many problems. He was up on the Gospel of Bob saying that Stanley ruined his channel. Stanley was up on his panel saying that Bob panel is a bunch of idiots. I don't know if you knew that. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Right? Now, here's it. So, and I got clips of it. I can play it for you if you want. I'm not going to play it now. So Bob was in CT's panel one day. And this is what Stanley wrote to Bob. After criticizing Bob's panel, this is what's so interesting about blacks. After criticizing Bob, here's what.
My bad, sorry.
No, that's all right. Here's what Stanley wrote in the chat, in CT's chat. You see this?
Yeah. What does it say? I can't see it, but I see it, Let me zoom in. Bob, please. Hold on. It's to the left.
Bob, please
Bob,
forgive me.
please forget my trolling on your channel. Sit.
Sir.
Sir, okay. I like poking fun. You have a good outfit there.
Now, I have a clip of Stanley saying there are a bunch of morons up there. I have a clip. He said there are a bunch of morons. A bunch of morons. Let me see if I got it. Here's a clip. He's just a bunch of morons. And now he's saying you got a good outfit there, sir. Because Bob is banned him. So he's trying to get back in the good graces of Bob. See, this is how blacks operate. They close all the doors and want to start going back through the doors they close for themselves. So it's very interesting. Very interesting. That is true.
Yeah, you made a point there.
Like, think about this shit. Like, why would he want to go on a panel full of morons? Think about that.
I don't think he's been over there though.
But look, he's begging them to unblock me. He's blocked over there. So he's begging them, unblock me. But on his panel, he's calling them a moron. Art and Deep and all these other people. But then he's saying, hey, please unblock me, bro. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Hey, the nigger never asked for forgiveness from Portia for disrespecting her boyfriend. Never asked for disrespect, apologies for here, misbehaving the way he treated Alfred Damas, the way he treated Lolo. He never responded to those people. But he responded to Bob. Why? He apologized to Bob. Look at him apologize. Please forgive me, Mr. Master Pilot. Please forgive me. You're a pilot, boss. You're a pilot, boss. I'll stomp on everybody else. But you know how he says, I'd like to do my own thing. Well, you can't do your own thing with Bob. Because Bob banned your ass. Now you got to get on your knees. That's not doing your own thing. Right? You see the contradiction there?
Sure.
To somebody, you always got to bow. And in this case, he wanted to get back on Bob's channel, so he's bowing.
Now, you know, if you paid any attention to when I hit panels and I talked to Stanley, I've been telling him since day one it's about subtlety, or your approach is fucked up, or his style. And I've had other people back up that. Yeah.
But blacks,
I don't know why he can't get that. He's not. That's something that is his blind spot.
Bro, you have to be very intelligent to get subtlety. Right? Like, look at how he will derail the conversation. And let's get off here. A lot of blacks will derail the conversation over the minor fact. You said all a minute, and y'all spent 45 minutes trying to figure out what you should have said. And then the point is lost. Well, if you feel uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah, that's what happens.
Right. And so if you feel uncomfortable about your argument, then one of the ways that you debate is by minutia. And so that's what you're seeing there, him debating you down on minutia, right? You said all, whatever. So
we call it flooding the zone. That's how the points get lost in the sauce. But I ain't gonna hold you up, John. I know you want to get out of here.
I got to get out of here, man. You got to come back and get, man. Hey, what time you go? Hey, I should put a live up just to. So I ain't gonna watch that.
Nah, don't do that. Don't. I mean, you could do whatever you want, but don't use me for that shit.
I ain't picking. But nah, I'm just joking. But I will be so interested whenever you go up there, man. Man, send me an email so I can be on the lookout.
I got you.
Did you ever call me or text me or something? Did you ever do that?
Who, me? Nah.
Were you in that email with SKC and all them?
I thought I might have reached out to you about the software program, and then I decided to go like the cybersecurity route. So I'm still studying for Security Plus.
Did I tell you I'm gonna play the job call I got from
the job description? Yeah, working as a team is part of it.
Well, I think a recruiter called me, and I recorded it, and then I think I'm gonna. I think I'm going to go for the interview just to see if I still got it, man. It's been a long time. It's been 3 years, but I'm gonna see if I still got it. And if I do it, I'll do the first interview over the phone, so you guys can hear it. I have to clip it up, but I do it over the phone. So that should be interesting, man. It should be interesting indeed. But look, guys, I gotta get out of here. I gotta take a nap here. Let me put up a exit song here. John God is right. Deacon Dave, you going on Stanley's today?
Yeah, if he's on there, I'll probably be on there at some point. I know I got work. I'm probably be in that test range again. So,
what's the test range, by the way?
It's where it's a frequency reader. They're just seeing if they could send rays through certain matters.
Oh, I see. Well, anyway, man, I can't wait. I'm going to give you guys a view today. It's going to be fun watching you guys up there today. All right, everyone, thank you for joining.
Who is John Galt? This question is the first sentence of Ayn Rand's famous novel Atlas Shrugged. This book, published on October 10th, 1957,
violence was when, again, our young black
most
boys,
crime committed by white people.
Our young black boys are not the violent ones in America, no matter how much they try to perpetrate it as that. Our young black men are moving forward. The majority of violent crimes that happen in America is 69% committed by white men.
And see,
so this whole idea that white people are safer than us is a lie and is a fallacy that we got to stop. And this is a part of, for me, the black fatigue. Like literally, the FBI put out the stat. It's not me saying it. The FBI put out the stat. 69% of all violent crimes are done by white men.
Yep.
So
and not only that,
we got to stop allowing people to put the jacket on our young black men that all these black violence when.
I mean, we need training. Black people need to be trained and taught about economics.
And we talk about investing, but doesn't investing, where does it start? What's the catalyst of 2053 being a thing, man? Can we change it or is it over? This is fantastic. I read up on it briefly.
John Galt is right. It's over. It's over, man.
I think he's right. I think
it's over, man.
Yeah. There's no pulling back from this because for every